Okay, I've been getting mails from so many people reaching out to me that please I should shed more light on the ADC registration going on currently and why it is important people that want Peter Obi to become the next presidential candidate of the ADC jump into it as fast as possible. And I felt like, even without me saying it, I thought it's something that everybody should have gotten the memo, right? It is one thing to be on social media and championing and wanting Peter Obi to be a candidate, and it is another thing to actually get Peter Obi to be the candidate of the ADC. Unfortunately, I would have wished, or would have wanted ADCs would have just said, we are giving this man the ticket. But it's meant to be a process. That's how it is done across every other party. I don't think they just adopt candidates. It is rare you see adoption of candidates, right? So for me, it is important that we understand, and although I'm hugely a fan of him being a candidate, it is important we understand that a process has to be carried out. We have been complaining that there's a dollarization of the delegates in previous parties, and this ADC are coming out to see that right now that they are going to conduct an open delegation system whereby members of the party will be the ones to vote. And when you hear such things, Peter Obi supporters are in their millions. They should be the ones seizing this opportunity to infiltrate that party. That's one of the reasons why I've not been talking about Obidient for so long. I have, from the get-go, when Peter Obi came out last year and said that he's in a coalition, I opened rooms. I was screaming, join ADC, join ADC, join ADC. But many people feel, I'm not joining until he get the ticket first. Very lazy mentality of so many Nigerians. You want him to get the ticket, how? Nothing's going to be served to him on a platter. You want him to be the presidential candidate, you have to put in the work. So this is just my call out to the obedience that you want Peter Obi to be the candidate and you're not ready to work. You just want them to give him tickets. As what? If they not get the tickets, I'm not going to support ADC. What are you doing towards him getting the ticket? Have you registered to be an ADC member? Have you brought in people to be an ADC member? Are your family and friends in ADC right now? What have you contributed to Peter Obi being the candidate in ADC? If you check now, it's only on Twitter, on this, making posts to hit up the polity. Many of you have not registered. Many of you have not been. If every of Peter Obi's supporter on social media making noise now have brought in, let's say, 20 people, do you know the numbers that would have filled in that registration by now? That is how he's going to win the ticket. So please, I just had to make this video because many people have been in my DM saying, Saddam, please, I see you're talking about Nigeria, but the way to save Nigeria is Peter Obi being in the presidency. And the only way for Peter Obi to be in the presidency is by Peter Obi winning the ADC candidate delegation. And the only way he can win it is if we, his supporters, in our numbers, infiltrate the ADC. If you're not doing that, you're online making noise, Peter Obi or nothing. You're just online making noise. You are just a noisemaker. You add zero value to his candidature. So please, very important, this message goes out wide and far. There is still time before the convention. And the way this Electoral Act has been amended, as Peter Obi is in ADC right now, he cannot leave ADC. This new act, these evil people did now. He cannot, if he doesn't get the ticket, he cannot go and enter another party. There's no other party for him. That's what they have done in this new Electoral Act that they signed. So we have to work so hard to make sure he becomes a candidate. And the only way to do that is to register people across the country and mass. I don't want to talk about the obedient leadership structure. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm talking about the people that truly care about this man. If you really want him to be your presidential candidate, it is time to start registering people in their numbers to support him. Any other thing, if you like, tweet 1 billion times Peter Obi or nothing, you're just making noise.